Hello, we will be discussing your solution to one of the questions that you answered during the assessment. Can you walk me through your thought process behind the auth middleware function? You're coming through a bit choppy. Could you repeat that? What was your thought process behind the auth middleware function?
Yeah, sure, I can. So what I am doing auth middleware process is authorization technique. Within the middleware, what I did is, mm, so I have given the code. There is a separate password and authentication for. In auth header, I have given the bearer token. So so I gave the condition that middleware is authorization having the token. Which is having the secret key. In that, I have given to the auth header. So if the auth header and or else auth header starts with the bearer, then what it will show means access denied, no token provided, which means if any auth header starts with bearer, it doesn't exist in the code, it does not exist, then it will show or the exist in it, no token provided. Then I have then what I did, I have to decode it. It's like I have given the auth code and everything, so I want to verify it. I want to decode it with the secret key. So I am taking the token as a the secret key as a token for that. So I am decoding it by putting JSON web token. uh, then if that is not correct, or like if the token is invalid, or like if the token is expired, I am keeping the message error code, which is status 403. So I am putting now, I created the post call, which is for login. If the user provides the username and password, if the username is admin or password is password, so it will go into the admin panel. Okay, then the token like.
Got it. Pardon, your voice is cutting in and out. Could you clarify what you mean by the token like?
Okay, the token is the secret key which I have created using the JSON web token.
Got it. So, how do you ensure that the token is secure and not easily guessable? What measures did you take in your implementation?
How do you ensure the token is secure and not easily guessable? Yeah, here what I have did it, the token will be expired. Once the token is created, it will expire in 1 hour. So the token
That's a
will
good start.
always, if the token is created, it will expire in 1 hour. So that every 1 hour it will create the new tokens, new secret.
Okay, I see. But what happens if a user tries to access a protected route with an expired token? How does your middleware handle that situation?
Okay. In that case, there is the condition which I have given. If the token is expired, like try in the condition I have given, const decode is equal to jw dot verify the token. If the token is decoded and the token is expired, see, which I am checking whether token is expired or not. If the token is expired, I am giving the message invalid or expired token.
That makes sense. Now, can you explain how you handle the login process? What checks do you perform before issuing a new token?
Can you explain how you handle the login process? What checks you do? Yeah, before using the new token, I will check the username and password. Whether the both password and username is correct, then only I will issue the token.
Got it. But what if someone tries to log in with incorrect credentials? How does your code respond in that case?
It will respond with 401. In that case, it will show invalid credentials.
That's clear. Just to dig a bit deeper, how do you plan to store user credentials securely in a real application?
Uh, how do you plan to store user credentials securely in real applications?
I didn't catch that. Could you repeat your answer about storing user credentials securely?
Yeah, user credentials securely when which matlab, like storing in the like a database. By storing the like database with the perfect ID, the ID have the username and password for the separate emails, which means I can store it in the local storage and clear it once the logout, when the people coming out of that, and if the user reloads the page, it will log it out.
I see what you're saying, but could you clarify how you would handle password storage specifically? Would you use hashing or any other techniques?
Acha. Okay. In that case, I will use hashing method using salt. So salt
Using
will. Hello. Yes.
Yes, using salt is important. It
Yeah.
adds an extra layer of security by making it harder for attackers to use pre-computed hashes. Why do you think it's beneficial to use salt when hashing passwords?
Because it will encode the password for the 10 rounds. Like if I give salt is equal to 10, it will encode the password for 10 rounds so that no one can crack the password.
That's a good point. It definitely increases security. Just to wrap up, how would you handle user sessions in your application? Would you use tokens or sessions and why?
I will use tokens. Why
Got
use
it. Sorry, your voice is cutting out again. Could you repeat why you would choose tokens over sessions?
sessions? Moreover, sessions also good stage because after reloading it automatically clear the token. But mostly we will prefer tokens because it is more secure than the sessions.
That makes sense. Tokens do offer more flexibility, especially in stateless applications. Thanks
Yes.
for sharing your insights.